So I'm gonna be putting these NGK spark plugs in. It's gonna be 4. I'm glad I only have like a 4-cylinder engine, because like anything more than this would probably be a lot difficult to do on the street. But we have spark plugs here, 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 and there shouldn't be a spark plug here. I took this one out already. But we'll be taking those out and replacing those with the NGK ones. I have a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 13/16. It doesn't say on there. I swore it did. Either way, it fits. I think this is 13/16 though. And it depends on your car, but I think most BMWs come with 13/16. What I did when I was taking these spark plug wires out was I made sure I numbered them to which cylinder they go to. See, there's a 1 right. There's a 1 right there. There's not 1 on all of them, but either way, it tells you this is the front of the engine. That's how you know 1, 4 is back there. Either way, I labeled them because when I put on the new distributor cap and the new spark plug wires, I have to make sure that they're in the same exact position as a previous one, because when it fires, it has to fire in a certain order, which is right here. This fires cylinder 1, then cylinder 3, then cylinder 4, then cylinder 2, or cylinder 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 3. I cannot speak. It fires in this order essentially. So there's a coil in here spinning around, and it's firing those spark plugs on each of those cylinders during the cycle of the engine combustion. So the spark plugs are in. You can't really see them, so I'm not even gonna bother like trying to film it in that tight spot right there. But put them in there. That took entirely longer than it should, because I guess trying to pull this out with the extension that I'm using, it just kept slipping out, so I had to get the vice grips to pull it out every time I installed one of the spark plugs. But always get vice grips. Always, if you're gonna start working on anything, get you a nice set of vice grips, because they come in clutch in all facets of building and restoring things. So they're in now. Next up, we're gonna change the distributor cap, the distributor rotor. I'll show you what those look like after I take them out the box. And we're gonna put some new NGK spark plug wires. And I have dielectric grease, which I gotta get out the trunk, which is good because it helps maintain the connection between the spark plug and the spark plug wires. And the grease basically is like a conductor, I think, is how I understood it. It's like it just makes the connection easier for the electricity to spark the plugs. The neat part about these NGK spark plug wires is they actually labeled them for me. So I got 1, 3, this is the coil. And actually the coil one has a little jacket that's gonna go over the top so you can protect it from stuff. But yeah, that's pretty neat. This is the old one in here. And the thing, I have to make sure like it's put back on the same exact way I took it off, because if not, I'm kind of fucked. And then that's the rotor. Since it's on, I have the coils on correctly. I have to take this rotor off and put this rotor on in the same exact position this was in, and then we should be good. So here we have the dielectric grease, right? So I'm gonna do pop the cap and see if I can. There's a little connector in there, right? A little hole there. Put just a tab, a little, maybe not even a penny. I don't even know, like a little pebble size, I guess, inside there. And that's just gonna keep the corrosion from happening, make it easier to take the connector. This is a better one. So basically put the dielectric grease in that area, and it makes it easier for the connection to, you know, have electricity, but also if I need to service it, it's easier to pull off because it won't be like dry metal on dry metal. There's some kind of lubrication in between. So Permatex dielectric grease. I don't need this big of a tube, but they didn't have a smaller tube, but this is what I'm using. All right, so the new spark plug wires are in, and the spark plugs are in. Next, we're gonna put the fuel pump relay right about there. This is the new one. And then we're gonna go on to the exhaust studs, which is from a previous video or existing video, I don't know. I'm gonna put those in and then button up the exhaust. What's next? The cooling stuff. Oh, a new air filter after that. And then plug this cooling stuff in, let the car run, see if it fixes anything.